What illustration can Schindler's List and the Holocaust give us about the judgment seat of Christ? Hi, I'm Ken Yates from Grace Evangelical Society, and I'd like to just spend a few minutes looking at a clip from that very famous movie, Schindler's List, starring Liam Neeson, and see what it can teach us or give us an illustration about the judgment seat of Christ. I think probably most know what the movie's about, but for those who don't, it is based upon the true story of Oskar Schindler, who was a businessman during World War II and worked, quote unquote, for the Nazis. Now, Oskar Schindler would confess that he wasn't the most moral man in the world. He was sexually immoral, for example. But what happens during the war is he uses his factories to employ Jewish people in the concentration camps and winds up saving a number of lives. In this clip we're about to see, we're going to see what happens at the end of the movie when the Nazis have been defeated and he needs to flee for his life. Schindler does, because the Russians are coming and he worked for the Nazis. And he is with the families that he saved. And there's a number that's mentioned, 1,100. Now, I don't know in real life if that's how many there were, but it's probably pretty close. He saved a number of lives by employing them and taking them in and protecting them from the death camps. And here is what happens at the end as he is about to leave, and all these people are there so grateful that he has saved all of them. So let's watch this clip. It's about 2.5 minutes long.
I could have got more. I could have got more. I don't know if I just... I could have got more.
Oscar, there are 1,100 people who are alive because of you. Look at them.
If I'd made more money... I threw away so much money. You have no idea. If I just...
There will be generations because of what you did.
I didn't do enough.
You did so much.
This car. Kurt would have bought this car. Why did I keep the car? 10 people right there. 10 people. 10 more people. This pin. 2 people. This is gold. 2 more people. He would have given me 2 for it. At least 1. He would have given me 1. 1 more. 1 more person. Person stand for this. I could have got 1 more person, and I didn't. I didn't.
So you can see that as he is about to leave, he looks around and he realizes that his activities during the war has saved all these people. And his right-hand man, who's a Jew there, says, you saved 1,100 people. Now think about how many of those descendants are alive today, right? I mean, he's done this great work. And during the movie, he's able to save these people by bribing the Nazis, by paying, by giving money. He wheels and deals. He's a businessman, and he's able to save all these lives. But he's also guilty. So you see that in the clip. He looks at the car that he has, and he goes, "Why did I keep this car? This car could have saved 10 people's lives." There were 10 Jews who died at the death camp in Auschwitz because I kept this car. He says, I could have given it to the camp commandant, and he would have gladly given me 10 people. And then he takes that gold pin off his lapel, and he goes, "This is gold. They would have given me 2 people." So they're just in his immediate area there. He says, these are 2 things that I have that could have saved 12 people lives. And you can see the emotion that Liam Neeson has. He's the one who plays Oscar Schindler in this movie. And so what kind of illustration would this be of the judgment seat? Well, you might come up with your own illustration of it, but here's what I would say. That especially those of us in the West, we have so much. What will we think at the judgment seat when we see the value of eternal things? When we see, for example, people are there because of a ministry that we were involved in and they heard the gospel, or that there's someone there who was rewarded because of the time of a ministry that we're involved in, or maybe some money that we've given. But I guarantee you, there's also going to be, on that day, we're going to look at it and go, wow, I could have done more. Do you notice what he says? I didn't do enough. Now, we might look at that and say, just like his Jewish friend did, and say, what do you mean? You saved 1,100 people. What do you mean you didn't do enough? But he says, I could have done more. When he sees the weight and the importance of all that he did, he goes, wow, I could have done even more. And I think that at the judgment seat of Christ, we're going to feel that way. All of us have, things that we could very easily give up for the Lord, but we don't. But I also want to sprinkle a lot of grace on there. And, we look at Oscar Schindler in here and go, dude, you need to have some grace here. Yeah, you could have got 12 more, but man, you got 1,100. And I think that at the judgment seat of Christ, when we see what our faithful works for the Lord did and the eternal ramifications of it, I think all of us are going to say, well, I could have done more, but the Lord is going to be gracious to us. If we are faithful to him and serving him, I mean, in the movie there, Oscar Schindler, Liam Neeson is, he gets down on his knees and weeps. I don't think the faithful believer will be like that, but I do think that we will have a tinge of regret that we didn't do more. And that should motivate us now to say, Lord, get my eyes off the things of this world. In the clip there, it's his car and his golden pen. What are those things when it could have saved 12 people? What are the things that we love, that we value, that would be better spent, quote unquote, serving the Lord with them? And I just think there's a lesson for us here in this great movie and in this example of this historical person. If you like this video, I'd ask that you'd press the like button and the subscribe button. And remember, keep grace in focus.